black people in this country are demanding, and even the black people in the whole world are demanding, is that you keep your word.
Thank you.
You told us we were free. Well, then show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well, then stick to your word and let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man, you're a worm, you're afraid of us, you're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground, that we will match you and we will override you. And if that's what you're afraid of us, then tell us that just what you're afraid of. But don't keep hiding it from us and holding this up to us. And every time we ask you for something, you give us a little bit of something. And it's all tokenism. We don't want tokenism. And there are most black men in this world that don't want charity. And yet still every time we ask you for something, you give us a little piece, a little piece. You're playing games with us. We're not children. We're big men. I've seen my father have to put up with all kinds of stuff. He was a big man. He raised a family. He went down south, and he had to go around to the back door with his wife. We're not asking for anything. We're not asking for any favors. All we want is what's ours. Now, there are many black veterans who are coming back, and they're mad. They're angry. Do you think that they're going to sit down through this? Our fathers didn't have the knowledge that we had. They sat through it. But there are other black youth that are not going to sit through it. We know about Che. We know about Fanon. We've read the books of Revolution. We've listened to Mao and his quotations. We know where we stand. We're not going to sit for it. We're asking, and if we ask and we don't get, we're prepared to stand up and take it. If I ask a man, I tell a man I am hungry. I tell him I am cold. And I ask him to do something about my condition. And this man holds a loaf of bread right in front of me so I can see it. And I keep asking him, I'm begging him to please give me a slice of the loaf of bread. I am hungry. Then it is known by every psychologist that the next step in the progression is I am going to knock him upside the head and take the bread from him. I'm not going to starve to death.
We're back. That's button, by the way. I'll tell y'all that build up, the breakdown for Game of Thrones, all my Game of Thrones watchers there. Take the breakdown for Loras, Valerian, beautiful. All right, if there was if there was anything he could redeem or have some redemption upon his lost brother. You understand? His brother went down in a process when they didn't know if he was going to live or die. He just had got wounded from fighting the triads or whatever it is there, and getting wounded in battle. So they weren't sure. I believe Adam of Hall found him to return him, but they was not sure if he was going to live or not, if he was going to survive. So because of that, all right, his brother challenged, all right, the circumstances of succession of who this lordship was going to go to, because he understood what the realm understood. All at that time, all of Rhaenyra's children were bastards. All right, none of them had a drop of Valyrian blood. All right, none of them, dude. All right, not at all here. Well, they might have had some Targaryen blood. All right, but Valyrian blood? No. All right, that wasn't on the table. All right, he came in there, argued his claim boldly with the circumstances of the Dowager Queen that was there, who was in charge, Alicent. And Alicent, as well as the Hand of the King at the time, were for ousting Rhaenyra, which would come with death and beheading. They would kill all the kids, everything. All right. The punishments behind this comes quite crucial. So this is why when y'all see that trial popping off, she literally begged her father to get out of bed and protect her, because that was the only thing that was going to save her. All right. That's it. All right. Even for Daemon's case, it wasn't too much he could do. He going to fight a whole army. He going to fight the whole round. All right. Yeah, he couldn't do too much. He was sitting there to defend her. All right. That time he had married her. So that's his wife. All right. But even he knew that them kids was bastards. Everybody knew. The king knew. The Hand of the King knew that those were his goddamn grandsons. All right. Yeah, because you remember the strong guy right there was in charge, dude. All right. Otto Hightower, all right, was in charge before Rhaenyra got his ass sent away. All right. He was the original Hand of the King. And y'all remember how the original Hand of the King was able to come back. All right. Yeah, because they ended up his own crooked leg son had burnt the house down, killing his brother and his father. Yeah, so Sir Otto Hightower can come back and become Hand. There's a lot of dirty stuff here in this game. Yeah, but that bigger piece there from last night, everybody stood up on, was the fact that, yeah, you had the gold cloaks walking with Rhaenyra, one of them, the head gold cloak. Even he knew that Rhaenyra's children were bastards. Even he knew. That's why he was like, Sir Loras, you know, like, come on, watch yourself. Like, no, nigga, I'm not doing this. Y'all understand Sir Loras real clear as he going off the way he is. The nigga that went to war and lost everything. His castle is ashes, nigga. Everything. All the riches, all the voyages he went on. All right. Everything was there on his land. All right. He had people that lived there. All right. No, he literally had his own spot here, dude, that he was running. All that shit is ashes now. He lost every damn thing. All right. All he got left is his name. His kids are gone. His heirs are gone. They're dead. All right. All he has left is his name to pass to his bastard children. So this is very sensitive to him as a man, dude. All right. No, you want to give your kids the best of what you have if you know that's all you got. All right. So I'm passing my legacy to him. I'm passing my lordship. I'm passing whatever that house is called. Y'all help me out here. I'm passing this house to you, goddammit. All right. Lord of the Tides. That's what it's called. Lord of the Tides. I want to pass that to Adam of Hall. You know, the other one there, my other son, has a dragon. You understand what I'm saying? So he good. He's always protected. For this one over here that I know it ain't regard, I still want him to have my name, though, the one with the dragon. I want you to give both of them, legitimize both of them. All right. Hell, at your most dire, embarrassing time of need, we had your back. My family, my wife. You understand? All right. At no point did what you say here, Lawrence Valerian go ahead to try to oppose Rhaenyra. It seemed as if he would, based on how dirty she did him. All right. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, his son randomly gets killed. All right, which he ain't really did, but they made it like he was dead. He hops on a boat and rides off. The dragon doesn't go with you. That ain't weird. Yeah, I understand it's a story. It's supposed to be a TV show, but the dragon doesn't go with you? Ain't y'all supposed to be bonded since blood in the crib and all this silly ass shit? If they feel your pain and they come out of nowhere, right? All this lying ass George Orwell bullshit. All right, that fits some conclusions. That's why I say, yeah, Diamond Society don't mind coming in front of you, making a fantasy world here. All right, y'all just a fantasy world. Let's see if we can get to a piece of this clip here of what we got from yesterday. All right, because that was my biggest clip I've seen there. We're gonna get into all this good black stuff here. All right, plenty of it. But yeah, I know I'm a Game of Thrones fan. Big time. Big time. And the biggest pieces that I've seen here yesterday here was what the cases that led her to all this, because she was pussyfooting around talking to Loris at the dinner table. Now, when they kind of was walking shoulder to shoulder, he just said, screw it. All right. No, that you know, all this cap on disrespect, that ain't happening. That's over with. All right. That's done. All right. No, ain't nobody around but me and you and this nigga from the Gold Cloaks. All right. And I'm going to say what the hell I got to say. All right. Your father's no longer alive. All right. Hell, 2 of them bastard ass children ain't no longer alive. All right. But what he's saying clearly is, look, I made your bastard son my heir, knowing he's a bastard. All right. Yeah, you going to legitimize my damn kids. All right. Lost everything, forked it all over for your little funky ass, for your stinking ass war. All right. You going to legitimize my last kids. This is all I got left, dude. All right. Yeah, the rest of his kids or anything else that's responsible to that is in the ground. His wife is in the ground thanks to you. He's literally lost everything thanks to your funky ass and your cause. All right. That's why it makes sense for you to legitimize his kids now, nigga. All right. Not when the realm settles itself, whatever the hell that means. He's black in here taking another line of disrespect directly from your family because your father did it too. All right. Y'all remember this. If you watch House of the Dragon in the beginning there, all right. No, they were always pissed off, period, out of that Valerian house because his wife was the queen who never was. All right. So there was a lot of spite there already starting. All right. Anytime your people skip their own damn daughter and whatever to go get some cousin and shit and hand them the throne. All right. Yeah, it was supposed to rightfully go to her. All right. But that's where that term with Varys sets in. It says men are responsible for where power lies at. All right. That's where his term in it. He said he was asking Tyrion a question. He says a trick question. All right. He said men decide where power lies at. So in other words, this could be the succession thing where this woman over here gets it. Right. Perhaps. All right. Yeah, perhaps. And then that also may be a case and scenario where those same men say, we're not doing this. All right. This is what we're doing. All right. No, with what you call it. What's his name? With Euron Greyjoy. All right. Yeah, it's supposed to have Rhaenyra there. And she was, I guess that was her name, what you call it. You know, the girl there, she was supposed to win to get on. All right. And then next thing you know, Euron comes out of nowhere. All right. Pushed his father off a bridge, admitted to it. All right. Mentioned about, yeah, he's been getting us nowhere. Yeah, so I pushed him right off a bridge. All right. And something, whatever. He confessed to the crime. All right. The whole nine at the end, at the King's Mute, whatever it's called there, they ended up picking him. All right. No, because men decide where power lies at. He pointed out the fact that Theon didn't have any man parts. All right. No, the men were sitting around here lying. He said, "Hey, I heard you got your so-and-so chopped off." All right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all that was momentum for him to come in and take over. All right. Men want to follow other men that they respect, man. All right. He said, well, we won't have a woman lead us. And at the end, they didn't. All right. Yeah, that was from the Iron Islands, nigga. Mm-hmm. And I tell you like this, Rhaenyra's peoples that died first, all right, with that big dragon, they show you in the next episode of what's your boy's name there? God damn it, Aemon walking around with the nigga with the bad legs and shit. All right. Yeah, they're walking around and they see the dead carcass of her body, dude. It's still there. All right. So they're getting close. As they're walking, they're right around where that battle was at, where he ended up getting broken down like that. And as you can see for the previews, those people don't like the Rivermen. All right. So I don't know who they're affiliated with, man. But I think as the dude with the bad legs said, I think that these are people that are just fending for themselves. All right. No, they ain't part of shit. All right. It's every man for itself there, dude. All right. They ain't got no banner they up underneath us. All right. No, war will do certain parts of town like that, dude. All right. Yeah, until somebody decides to walk over and take that part of land over, nigga. All right. Yeah, it should be like a no man's land. All right. Yeah, the little free checkpoint, stopping point for some. All right, maybe. Yeah, depending on who you run into, huh? All right. Yeah, you might can get a drink of water and kind of keep moving to the next town. Mm-hmm. But we'll see, man. I think this is when they bring his dragon back. Of course, I know some fighting is going to pop off. The hammer. All right. That dude there, I think he went up and he was already asking about his wife and Tumbleton because he sent her down there to kind of get away from King's Landing and anything else like that. And by that doing that, he put her right in harm's way. So with that battle with Tumbleton, I don't think she's going to survive. She'll end up dying in that town. And with that, he's just going to start going off, man. All right. After that first battle with Tumbleton. All right. I believe he ends up trading or ends up going to the Greens. Him and the other the drunk dude. All right. You can see them two weren't loyal anyway. All right. Now that black one, all right, at least for the Valerians, he was very loyal all the way to the grave. All right. Yes, indeed. Yeah, he's gonna die, dude. All right, sacrificing himself for Rhaenyra's team here. All right. Yes, indeed. Because what you call his dragon is going to be attacking everybody here, dude, because it ain't going to have no rider. All right. Yeah. What's his name? The Hammer or whatever it is. He's supposed to get killed by one of them jokers in there. All right. Because he's going to label himself king. All right. I know I'm telling people spoiler. Yeah. He's going to label at some point in there. He's going to label himself the next little usurper for the Iron Throne because of his dragon. All right. And he's going to end up having some followers and everything. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll be able to muster a little bit of power. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody's gonna kill him. I think he's gonna get killed by one of the greens in there. Mm-hmm. Right, that same crazy one. I believe he gets killed by the individual that that is mentoring Allison's last son here. I can't think of his name. The one that just handed that little false dude over there, dude. All right, him. All right, they're gonna end up fighting some type of way. He's gonna say something to him. I'm paraphrasing in the terms of, I just want to give condolences, something on your death. And he was like, "What? What are you talking about? Something my death?" And then he ends up stabbing him right there, like that. That's how the story tells. All right. No, you see, he always been some clever, smooth type of dude anyway. All right. So that's how he's going to say it to him and stab him. But the difference is for that case, I guess what for the story is that the Hammer's allies then jump in and kill him and chop him down afterwards. All right. Which is kind of halfway silly way to go here. But it takes a dragon rider, all right, off the joint here. All right, as y'all see, with no rider on a dragon, dragon attacks everything and everyone. All right, yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
You made Adam a knight, but it seems you...
And that's going to be on the second battle of Tumbleton, the second one. I'm not sure if they're going to do both of them. All right, right.
Styled him Hull rather than Valarian. We had agreed, I thought, that he and Allen would be legitimized. Now, if it is a matter of ceremonial...
I'm sorry, Corliss, but in this moment I cannot do it.
All right, but I do want y'all to hear it for a second. Give me 1 second.
You ask.
You made Adam a knight, but it seems you styled him Hull rather than Valarian. We had agreed, I thought, that he and Allen would be legitimized. Now, if it is a matter of ceremonial...
I'm sorry, Corliss, but in this moment I cannot do as you ask.
I have given all I had, everything, in service to you. My castle lies in ashes, and I have asked no favor in return but this.
You know very well the rumors that have dogged my sons from the first. My reign has just begun. I cannot, in this moment, be seen to raise up those born outside of noble troth.
And so you will insult my house, so that you may be seen to be something you are not.
I have Joffrey to think of.
I was staunch in my defense when your own troth was doubted.
Yes, and I thank you for this, among many other things.
Family, please listen to me. And I can't show it to the screen for everybody. I got folks on YouTube, so I got to be, you know what I mean, careful with that. I can't just put it on the screen like that. I can let you hear the audio. And I wish y'all could see the voices. Let me go ahead to show y'all the face here. All right, of what he just made. At least I can try to do that. Look, Woody, look how he looking at her. Look at him. Like, how dare you, heifer? How dare you? All right. No, you're the most trifless person on the world living. All right, trying to be hypocritical between me and mine. All right, those his last two kids he got left. All right, and she's sitting here, well, you know, all the rumors about what I had. Nigga, that's your business. Having 3 kids with Mr. Strong, nigga, Lord Strong. All right, and then you want to call them Valerians after his son. Look at how much disrespect we got here. His son, who quote unquote disappeared, Halls, and burnt up in a flame, whatever they set up, so that you can be with Damon. All right? No, Rhaenyra's entire life is about being selfish, dude. Selfish. All right? And some type of way here, like my man Morgan Freeman said, with Big Bird, with radar. All right? The Valerians have been right there in her sight, dude. All right? They've been tearing their asses up, dude, for years. All right, disrespecting their house. You know, these ain't legitimate kids. We sitting up in here in court and we got to make some funky ass deal. All right, yeah, well, one of these bastards will be Lord of the Tides and get married to this one. And it's like, come on, dude. Yeah, you're funky. All right? You're tripe. You got 3 bastards. And we're telling him that his kids can't get legitimized. All right? If it wasn't for them, dude, all right, no, you wouldn't have anything. She would have been done right there in court in front of her father. All right, the father with the king was probably the only person that probably could bail her ass out at that point in time. All right, yeah, main man screaming at the top of his lungs. All right, everybody chose to look the other damn way, and look at what you get. All right, and you would have think he would have had the biggest gripe out of everybody because, you know what I mean, your father carried him once again. You had Otto in there keep sending his daughter to go hang out with the king. That shit ain't right. All right, no, because none of them in there had that opportunity to do that. All right, yeah, because his punk ass is the hand of the king. He's in here manipulating the rules, doing all types of janky shit. That's why he was like, oh man, just come on and get it over with. All right, he knew he was a slime ball. All right, right. He said, I don't want to be hacked a bit. Oh yeah, I like shit. Goddamn, what you say, sir? I told nigga, Otto was a slime ball, nigga. All right, scum. All right, bottom of the barrel scum. This is why Damon was laughing when he seen his ass in there. All right. No, he started laughing real hard. All right. The most slimiest niggas in the world. And they got him captive. All right. Right. Well, look how he looking at Rhaenyra, though. Look how he looking at her. How dare you, Halls? All right. No, we sat in here and played this shit off, man. Everybody know what it was. All right. We all knew. All right. Yeah, he's pissed off. Let me go back here. I want to keep playing this here. I got to take this off the screen. All right, give me a second.
When your own troth was doubted.
Yes, and I thank you for this, among many other things. But all eyes look to me now. Perhaps one day, when there is not so much scrutiny.
You are ashamed.
It is a matter of legitimacy.
Your son, Joffrey, is a bastard. Your son, Lucerys, whom I accepted as my heir.
That's right.
Was a bastard.
Oh, man.
Your son, Jacaerys, lived and died a bastard.
Huh? No, send chills through here. All right? Because she had the King's Guard. Look on over here, the King's Guard. All right? Yeah, she tried to like march out of his face. All right? That's when he started yelling. All right? And you have a man's conversation and dip off. This is personal. Those are his kids. All right? It's going to get like that. Mm-hmm. And you don't sit here to tell me that your children are any more important than mine when I didn't give you my wife. All right? She's gone. All right? I didn't give you, goddamn it. All right? My land with all of my voyages and riches and wealth that I didn't capture over the times of going through all the tide here halls and fighting in different spots, foreign lands, goddamn it, and victories in battles. It's all his spoils were on his lands, nigga. That's all was burnt to smithereens. All right, yeah, I didn't give you my damn fighting men. All right, come on, halls. All right, no, the whole 9, dude. And most of his shit is burnt down to ashes here. And all he's asking, all right, based on this unfortunateness of dealing with you, I didn't give you my son, whatever you did in that case. All right, yeah, because she was supposed to marry him, dude. All right, remember, for those bastard kids, we point right back. Those are supposed to be his legit folks here, Valerians. All right, but his son was moist. All right, let's just call it what it was. For the show's case, he was moist. He preferred the company of men. All right. And Lord Strong was protection around there. All right. Yeah, he was one of the King's Guards or whatever the hell he was supposed to be. All right. Right. And you already know how she gets around the King's Guards. All right. Sir Christian Cole would know that better than anyone. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. No, I guess the rules are the opposite for them around that time. All right. Hold on here.
Your son Lucerys, whom I accepted as my heir, was a bastard.
Lord Corlys.
Your son Jacaerys lived and died a bastard.
Say aloud to me the reason your children deserve what mine are denied.
Ooh. Oh, I guess he just said it. Yes. Yeah, say aloud to me again, Halls. All right, say it again. All right, right. And I appreciate him for that here. All right, got to call these hypocrites. She's in here slithering around and talking about what she can't do. All right. No, you need to hurry up and chop somebody's head off if you're going to and just march on the throne. You're doing too much, man. All right. Yeah, you ain't got a thorough eye test. They're going to go ahead and say that you ain't never seen this child before. All right. Yeah, the whole time it's a little girl. All right. And what you call it knew this shit, man. All right. What's that girl's name here? Allison knew that, man. All right. I want to say that clearly with her little funky ass. She was trying to make sure that she didn't catch him. Because like Damon said, because that son or that brother there is a challenger, you got to chop his head off. All right. That's part of the rules. All right. Yeah. Well, you know you got to go do so and so to him. All right. She was like, put him in the cape there and do all this. Like, man. All right. And the other problem she has is the priest has already came to see her. And they're not trying to legitimize her. All right. They have not seen Aemon's body. They ain't seen the dragon, or as far as that being gone. So they don't have proper evidence to identify these cases to say that Aegon is dead and that she is the legitimate queen. So without those two things there, they're not going to give her that. All right. And on top of that, you could already hear the priest speaking about how wicked the dragons are. He just said they only bring death and destruction and something and lust and all these things. And all right. And you better beware of something having a respect for the priest. And that's serious stuff. All right. No, because the faith helps keep some of this stuff in order. All right. And when they start openly speaking against you and your monsters and rallying the common people up, all right, yeah, what you have is a mess on your hand, dude. All right, don't matter how many dragons you got, man, because at the end of the day, if the people knowing that these are dragons are made of flesh and that anything can be killed, that's all they need to know. That's it. All right, talking about man versus anything. We're gonna win. All right, yes, indeed. Shit, y'all seen different things evolve as y'all go back there to look. That they had more of them little bolt things in there that shot through the air. All right, no, that's how you killed one of those dragons. If you did have to deal with one. All right. Yeah, same like the same things you've seen Qyburn build and what they show you here on House of the Dragon. They had a whole bunch of them. All right. Yeah, these joints shoot through the sky and what have you and pierce the dragon right in the stomach, hit him wherever. All right. Because it's still a living creature. All right. That's why they say when they go into the crypts, spoiler alert again, it's going to be because of the priestess people. That's why they had to introduce that to you now. They're speeding a lot of this shit up. You understand? Fast. Those people, all right, are going to have the folks go off. When Rhaenyra has this big problem here with the treasury, all right, and the money as far as for the treasury, they can't build these dollars up here real quick to get things in order for the realm. They need shit to be taken care of. All right. So they're taxing the people there. And folks ain't getting enough food now. All right. There's a food slowage with everything. These priests are going to be heard a whole lot more. All right. And they're going to be able to gather up hundreds of thousands, dude. All right. Please remember what I'm talking about. And those hundreds of thousands of people are going to run into those little dragon keeps within the consequences of getting eaten, put set on fire, everything, and just go and start killing dragons. They're going to kill 5 dragons. All right. No, just the people in a panic, in a rage, scared, hungry, and everything else. Just the people. All right. So that's the problem here with her not listening to the priest and just doing all this extra. All right. Yeah, you out of order. You want to go ahead to the cupboards and take a good deal of portion of food from some of the lords and leave them a little bit? Cool. All right. But don't take all their shit, dude. Don't sit them in a room full of rats. Don't force everybody around here to turn on you, Halls. All right. Yeah. You in here, you can go ahead to preach that you are the more cooler side of bloodline. You're chill, you're relaxed. And you do that by showing just a drop of mercy here, Halls, and being cool. All right. You be vicious to the people you need to be vicious to and get it over with. All right. Yeah, but you don't sit up in here in this case where you're trying to be the Robin Hood and the giver of the people, and then you have to turn around to those same people and tell them to empty their pockets. All right. Yeah. Now you're sitting here sounding like a crook. All right. And this is what's going to kill her at the end here. They're setting the stage for it. Because they see everything in here cool. She's passing out food and all of this. Yeah, you also made a bunch of enemies. And they're going to conspire against you. All of them. For publicly humiliating them like that. There you go. All right. No, you created a bunch of conspirators. All right. That's it. Because the way that they see is how anybody else sees it. War, all right, scares people about provisions, dude. Water, food, all right, extra anything, nigga, toilet paper, you name it. All right. No, the rations are slow. It's not enough rations. That's coming with war, dude. It always is, unless you can have somebody thoroughly watched, in which they should have had the dragons monitor they funky asses all the way back down to H-Town. All right. Yeah, unless you can do that with these damn militaries, you can't guarantee that the war is over. And as long as you can't guarantee the damn war is over, you can't play games about food, nigga. None of it. All right. Shit. You let them hand anybody in here, dude. They got that little ass dragon over there. Y'all got the 3 big joints. Y'all supposed to march their asses to Old Town. All right. See niggas take all their military gear off. Everything. All right. Yes. All right. Get handed over special things in that kingdom other than goddamn just the son or what have you. All right. With his claim. Nigga, no, I want the mother. All right. I want 2 daughters to raise down here, whatever you got up here. All right. A cousins or something. We go do this shit like the way that Ned Stark did with Theon Greyjoy, goddammit. All right. That's how we going to do this. But first, we're marching your funky asses down to Old Town with these dragons. All right. Just to make sure you get there. All right. No, damn this. Yeah, you can tell the goddamn wolves and all of them to come meet you. All right. Sure, that's what I'm saying here. All right. And they had a couple militaries out there, and that they had to deal with them. And you still have to deal with Christian Cole's peoples. And Aemon. All right. So it's like, yeah, man, you can be fighting on 2 or 3 fronts, man. You better make sure you get one group out of there and make sure that they are demilitarized, dude. All right, completely. So that way you only got to worry about one threat coming from one direction. All right, versus you got to look left and goddamn right here. That's just my perspective. All right, you can think any way you want to. All right, but Yeah, the priest is what's gonna cook her ass, man. It's gonna be the priest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I folks think it's other stuff, and man, hey, man, no, you hold a big and heavy hand when you got all these damn dragons, man, a bunch of them. All right, then before you know it, like your bigger and stronger dragons, yeah, these whole ass niggas start turning on you. All right, me trying to make a deal. All right, with people you ain't even got to make a deal with. All right, like, you know you don't got to make a deal, right? All right, but then when you look, if you're able to observe how Loris Valerian's been treated, all right, you understand more why they did make a deal. You niggas ain't offering nothing. No, you want to take everything a nigga got, right? Everything. You want it all. All right. Oh, nigga can't hold no rations to the side, nothing, nigga. All right. No, I want your potato chips up underneath the counter. All right, the extra juice you got. All right, I want it all. All right, everything. No, that water that you got to the side too. All right, well, you got half of it left. All right, I need that too. All right, you want to take it all, dude. All right, and then when a man asks you for something just as simple as, "Hey, man, make sure that everybody know that you tell everybody, all right, legit, all right, that these are Valerians." All right, and then when he comes to talk to her, I seen the paperwork down there. I thought we agreed that they were going to be, you know, legitimized. And she said, "Yeah, I'm going to talk to you. I couldn't do that." Like, yes, she can, nigga. All right, yeah, you gonna sit here to go ahead to tell me that what you call it, them kids with Valerians with black hair, nigga. There's no way. There's no genetic black haired Valerian way that those are Valerians. All right, wasn't no way here for Jeffrey and all them niggas here. All right, no damn way. All right, that's all he was sitting there saying. Yeah, yeah, that was the biggest scene we got over the weekend, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially when he caught her on that back wall. Mm-hmm. Letting you, yeah, I'm talking about gave her the business. Yeah, he's trying to fake in front in here. I mean, you can do all that, man, but like before you get started, can you legitimize my kids first? All right. Yeah, you know, we've had all this talk in the realm. Who gives a shit, man? Obviously, it bothers you, all right, enough to damage allyship with a person that you need, dude. All right, because she feels like she's playing some type of political gamesmanship by not keeping it funky. All right, no, people already knew you're a liar. You might as well keep going. All right, no, I want to be this honorable person now, after you've been shitty your whole life. All right. Well, you know, I can't. That's right. That would be wrong for me to do that. You know, I got to keep everything. No. Shit. Yeah, you've been living one big funky filth ball life, nigga. All right. Yeah, go on and legitimize his kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah, open that door back there. Mm-hmm. Let's go on and get it.
We can thank Haiti and Toussaint Louverture and the Haitian Revolution for literally 40% of the landmass of the United States, because it was the Haitians who valiantly sent Napoleon Bonaparte packing with his tail between his legs back to Europe. And then he did a fire sale to the United States. He said, Thomas Jefferson, please buy this off of me. I can't be here with these people. They're killing us. And it was that revolution that caused the sale of 40% of the landmass of the United States.
It opened up the country, westward expansion, and then the rest is history.
No Haiti, no Western U.S. The whole Western U.S. does not exist without Haiti.
Ma'am, this is a load of bullshit. I don't know what you're talking about. All right? It's bullshit, man. No, a plebiscite Babel has to go in the back of the woods in a cave somewhere. All right? No, where you cats just snatch shit out your hand, but you just grab things out of the woodworks and start talking. All right? No, nobody know what you talking about, man. I know I don't. All right? Shit, y'all did not help us get a damn thing, dude. All right. 1804 is about y'all getting your independence as a free and independent nation here. All right. And for Jot Dessalines' fate, for all he did, he got set up with a coup and butchered in the middle of the street. And y'all ain't been able to stop scamming and tethering since, nigga. So what about it?
Things, bled for freedom, for its own freedom, and they've
And
oppressed
also,
ever
too,
since.
don't forget that Haitians fought for the U.S. during the
For
War
the
of
US.
Independence.
That's
And
correct.
so, yeah, it is Battle of Savannah. And so after
I
that
believe
experience,
Crispus Attucks was Haitian.
yeah, and after that experience, that's when they go.
What does it matter, man? All right. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? All right. When I go ahead and tell you the highlights of life here, yes, even folks from different countries, this and the third, and some of your best come over here to become riders and this, that, and the third. They're honored because of the praise that we put upon them. It ain't anything that y'all put on them, baby. All right. I wouldn't even notice if she went to go ahead to say this here. Christmas addicts and what his background is. All right. I just know he was a rider. That's all I need to know. Right?
They went back to Haiti and said, "Hey, wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture? We were fighting for their independence, and then we're slaves, and so hence the Haitian Revolution started."
Exactly. And in addition to that, if no Haiti, no New Orleans.
Come on, man. Yeah, I can't vouch for any of this. I don't know what book they're reading out of. Even for Haiti, excuse me, for the cases of Louisiana, I believe that was purchased from France here. And the French had to sell its land to the U.S. because they were in a war with everybody, beefing. So they needed money. All right. That's how that happened there. All right. Just for historical context. All right. Yeah, we bought it from France. All right. Just keep things in order. Yeah. Because there was a few countries around that did. But like I said, for the U.S. catching people at their most vulnerable spots and times after World War II, everybody's countries blew down the rubbish and crumbs. All right. They were able to just pick up all the loose pieces around like they wanted to here, to collecting shit from Mexico, me California, give me all of this shit. All right. No, from everybody here. Let me get Puerto Rico. All right. Let me get the Virgin Islands. All right. Yeah. This shit was a part of the circumstances of just physical will and militaries. Yeah. And the fact that other countries needed a good amount of time to rebuild, dude. Not to mention for the countries that we did bomb there at that time, when those countries were brought back up, they were brought back up with their technologies being advanced and every damn thing else. You talk about some of these countries we were warring with. Some of them folks were coming to battle with. They still had swords and shit, nigga. All right. They still had swords. All right. So, it's in the cases for the U.S.'s policies there. No, after war, you go back to that country and you build everything back up here. All right. And advance their technology. All right. Now, that goes both ways. You see how far Japan was ahead for a good period of time. Yeah, Japan was doing all right. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. That comes with our assistance in the cases. All right. Of that technology aspect here. I think they got lost there in the cases of like robot dogs or something like that. It might have been robot dogs. All right. Something on them cases. All right. Not the stuff you see over here in the U.S. where you got these little dog looking things in here. All right. Which they can strap bombs to and everything else. Put a camera on there. Yeah. That's more, that would be connected to eugenics. Man, if you look into the eugenics program, man, it is crazy. And you anybody had that get out aspect, or you think somebody would be able to possibly move their brain or something into a machine? And all right, if any official or cleared testing on any way that was approved to be done by that, it would be done over there. All right, they're trying to make something. All right, that's where the nuanced stuff would come from here. All right, to where so they making a damn near like a dummy person that's a robot here with the skin that looks real. They're talking and using real phrases, putting AI to these things. Now, they've been working for years, dude. And the shit that they got in the back there is scary, Hoss. I'm gonna put it to you like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You think for some of y'all, you could modify video games and some of your shit that you have, this shit that they ain't got nothing on this. Not a damn thing, dude. All right. When you looking at something in there that's a robot, and if you actually can believe it, that's a person. All right. Now, how detailed, like the skin and the facial features and all of this extra shit. And they putting billions upon billions of dollars. All of these rich, old white folks that would like to find the fountain of youth. All right. Putting big money into that shit. All right. To further advance it and get it as sharp as possible. All right. Yeah. And be surprised what they've been able to get their hands on. Technology-wise, it's always been like that. You check movies like even down to the cases of Enemy of the State or all this other stuff, because they say the government is allowed to put movies out too, man. They've done this here in the past here, and with that, they always kind of give you a preview of maybe some of the update toys or technology or different stuff that they may use, or how wide the range of the government is. Period. I ain't never really started thinking about that until I want to say last year when I read a newspaper article that said, after all of these years, WhatsApp is something safe to use to protect your information. Yeah, something safe for you to use to protect your information. All right, the FBI was wrong. It was telling you at first, don't use all these apps. All right, but ain't no security on anything. It's so bad that a person can just send you a text message. You don't have to answer it, dude. And they can hack right into your joint. They used to have to answer the text or whatever it is. All right. Or at least, to click on it or what have you. All right. But for these cases now, all they have to do is just send it to you. All right. And that's how bad this shit is now. Mm-hmm.